So I think to understand where a man ends up, we kind of got to understand where a man comes from. So going back to the beginning, the young Travis Mills. The young Travis Mills, and you know how you grew up and all that. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm from Michigan. When I go around and I speak throughout the nation, I always say, "Is anybody from Ohio?" And before I tell them I'm from Michigan, I yell "OH," and then they yell "IO," and they get real passionate, and then I yell "sucks." You know, and I get some boos, but I'm from a small town in Michigan, right around the Thumb area. I grew up playing football, basketball, and baseball. I have an older sister, younger brother. My parents are phenomenal people, and you know, just good, wholesome values. And then I went to college to play football after high school was over, and decided that probably wasn't the right time for me to go to college and take it serious. So I went to the.
So hold on. So you were playing 3 sports in high school?
In high school.
I got a quote from your book in here, by the way. I'm going to read it. I was the fun kid who lived at the end of your block. I was big for my age, and for a lot of boyhood years, I had a big gap between my 2 front teeth.
Yep.
Now, is that a negative thing?
No, not at all.
Okay, because some of us at the table here still have a gap between our front 2 teeth. I'm just saying.
Oh, on the sides now, right? Yeah, I do. But
I like to wear my hair shaved in a buzz cut, particularly in the summers when it got hot. With that Opie Taylor kind of look, I fit into small town America. And you did karate, by the way.
You're looking at the 1993 karate state champion in Michigan. I was 6, but
isn't that a competitive age bracket for karate championships?
I was spinning back kids right over wrestling mats, breaking ribs.
Actually, you had a contest here. I'm gonna read about it. It wasn't all easy. In one of my first karate matches, I got kicked hard in the sternum and couldn't breathe. I gasped, panicked, and tried to suck air. When my normal breathing didn't return immediately, I raised my hand and forfeited the match. I'm kind of disappointed. My dad rushed over. Travis, what are you doing? You forfeit a match. You never forfeit a match, no matter how hard you're hurting. You never quit, ever.
Yeah, my dad was disappointed in me too. So I never did again. And then I just went hard the rest of that after that. I don't know. My dad taught me good values. My mom took karate with me.
So don't mess with your mom either.
No. Well, yeah, don't. She's 5'2", like 125 pounds.
How did she produce your big ass?
I don't know. How
tall is your dad?
Like 5'11".
No kidding.
Yeah. But I was 6'3" when I was at my walk around weight. And the first match I ever had, I had a girl, and she beat me because I wouldn't hit her.
Yeah.
And then I was cleared to like hit girls, and I thought okay. So the next girl I fought, I went to town on. Just put a whooping. And now I know you don't hit girls either way.
Yeah,
so I learned,
That's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
But then your mom told you, no, go hit her.
Yeah,
that's what it says in the book. Like, she was like, hey, listen, you got to go beat her up.
Well, okay, so it was competition, and she was in my, they didn't have the separate gender brackets, so everybody was the same. And the first girl I faced, I wouldn't hit, and I lost a bout. And then the next girl after that, my mom was like, you can hit him. I was like, oh, okay. So I was just like, you're going down, and I went after it.
Oh, that's jacked up, man.
I was 6, so I hadn't, puberty and everything didn't hit yet. That was 7 for me.
The football team, Vince LaVille. Did I say that right?
Levier.
Okay,
yeah,
well, I'm
don't worry
not
about
so
it.
much of a French speaker over on my end, or whatever that language is.
If I didn't know his name, I would have said the same thing. So.
Here's how he described you. The first time I met Travis, he was in middle school at track meet. I'd heard about him, so I went over to watch him. He won the shot put, which meant he was strong. Then he ran over to the 100-yard hurdles and won those, which meant he was fast. You don't see that combination a lot. I knew that this kid was going to be a special athlete. In high school, he became a superstar, 3-sport athlete, baseball, basketball, and football. He was the leader on each team and made first team all-conference in all 3 sports. With football, he was definitely a big cog in our team's wheel. We were the smallest school in our conference, and we got beat up for a lot of years. But his junior year, Travis and his friends got into weightlifting and powerlifting and went to all the football camps. That year, we won the conference championship. and made the playoffs for the first time ever. Travis's work ethic motivated everybody. Everybody got stronger because Travis was their leader. Jack and Steel.
What champions do. First time we ever made the playoffs.
What made you start lifting?
Coach Levier, when I was in seventh grade, he said that after school, if I wasn't playing a sport, I had to go lift weights. And he was the vice principal of the high school, so having friends in high places is nice, because when you get in trouble, you don't really get in trouble, The story in there about me getting in trouble in class freshman year.
What'd you do?
I broke. It was childish. Never mind.
But just tell us what you did. It's in the book. You're not going to hide from it now.
My buddy farted in class, got kicked in the hallway. So then my other buddy did. So I wanted to go out there. So I finally let one rip so I can go out in the hallway. And he took us into the office, but he's just like, guys, knock it off. You can't do this anymore.
Too much protein powder?
Oh, that's all. Yeah. So my buddy Eric, he got his parents are very competitive, like mine were, and we were both the team captains and stars of the show, if you will. So I went home and said, "Hey, can I get some Cell Tech or Nitro Tech?" And it was before like they had a lot of regulations on it, and my parents were like, "No, you can't do that." I'm like, "Well, Eric's parents let him get it." Maybe it wasn't true.
Right.
Eric went home and said the same thing to his parents. Yeah. So we both got to get on those, and I mean, protein powder.
Yeah.
It's awful.
That's going to disrupt science class.
Yeah, a wee bit. But no, it was fun. Everybody. I worked at a grocery store. After the football games, the old men would come in, drink coffee, and hang out with me. Yeah. And my boss just, like the owner of the store, just accepted it. Like the wives would shop, and
they just let you get away with it.
Yeah, I was at the water cooler, but it was a coffee pot, and we just hang out. They'd tell me what I did wrong, what I did right. Very varsity blues style.
Right.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some video footage of you at those games. There was like madness at those games.
Well, the one run I had looked pretty good on film.
Yeah, it looked pretty good to me.
That's the one time I did anything special.
So you get done with your senior year of football, and did you maintain the high level of discipline in your grades after that point?
No. I broke up with a girlfriend that had a 4.0.
Oh.
So my grades went right down.
Yeah. No more study partner?
No more like she would
help with homework?
Yeah, be in the same class and write left-handed for the scratch work and hand it to me so I could write it. Nothing like that.
And so that meant, did you get looked at for college ball?
I did. I had a couple offers for baseball and football, D2, a couple D1s, smaller D1s. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, my guidance counselor, I think he just knew, Mr. Simpson, great guy. He kind of figured I wasn't going to like college and be disciplined enough. So he's like, what about this community college? They're really good. Mm-hmm. You can go there and play football. And I decided to go there. And if I was cut out for football, I wasn't cut out for the studying at that time in my life.
Right. And so you went there for what, 1 year?
Semester.
One semester.
And then my girlfriend was like, you should move home. So I did.
Yeah.
And then I met her boyfriend, Colin. So then I joined the Army. If you look back at my life, how'd this happen?
Yeah.
It's her fault.
Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah. You run into Colin lately?
I haven't talked. I haven't.
Yeah.
No.
I'll look him up. Maybe.
He worked at a putt-putt golf course when I found everything out. So I grabbed my buddy up and went over there. And the manager of the place sent him home.
Why'd she tell you to come home?
So I could be by her, I guess. I don't know. And then I was like, hey, what's this about? And then she finally broke down and told me. So I was like, oh, hey, did you know the Army was taking people and giving bonuses? See ya.
Yeah, because you were in debt. You ran up.
I was about $10,000 in debt for a community college. But that was for the whole year. Because the baseball coach asked me to play there, too.
Dang.
Yeah.
But then you're in debt. Colin was on the scene now. That kind of threw a loop. So you end up joining the Army.